Hey folks, Brianna McNerney here with your Tuesday tip. It is freaking gorgeous outside, especially for the last day of February. I hope that it is just as nice wherever you are. Thank you for taking the time to click play and listen to this Tuesday tip with me. Hopefully you'll find it useful. As always, if any questions or comments come up, just put them below. You can always email me to info@briannamcnerney.com. In past tip videos like this, we've talked a lot about challenging emotions, what to do with challenging emotions and challenging relationships and all of that kind of stuff. And while that's all very useful, I'd like to try something a little bit different today and dive into how to send yourself into an upswing, and then once you're there, how to milk that sucker for all it's worth and drag it out as long as you possibly can. Because when we can do that over time, we can bring our highs higher and higher, and we can even out those highs and lows so that we gain a little bit more consistency over time. At least that's been my experience as I play around with these things, which I then teach to my clients. So today, how to send yourself into an upswing and how to milk that sucker for all it's worth. Again, if any questions come up, put them below. So we're going to go through 3 steps here, and there is a little bit of prerequisite homework for you. The first piece of homework is to really get clear about what you are trying to accomplish, what you are working towards, because that is kind of the nugget that you'll need to revisit to make these 3 steps work for you. So if you don't know where you're trying to go, if you don't know what you're trying to accomplish, no worries. You can keep it just about as vague as you need to. Maybe it's something that you want to feel differently than what you're feeling right now. Maybe you really want to feel inspired. Maybe you want to feel really joyful. Maybe you want to feel lighter and more energetic or something like that. God only knows. Get as vague as you need to make it feel real for you, even if you don't know what that looks like. Or get as specific as you'd like to. I'm not going to go too much more into when it's good to be specific, when it's good to be vague. If you have questions about that, please get in touch. Let's talk about it. So once you know what your goal is that you're trying to accomplish, there are 3 steps that you can take to trigger an upswing for yourself and make it last as long as possible. The first step is to know that you deserve to have the thing that you're working towards. Know that if you put in all of the effort in the world to work towards those things that you want, that you will deserve the fruits of your labor once you get there. Know that you deserve good things to happen right now, even before you take any of that action. Really know how worthy you are all the time. This is really, really important when you're in one of those down places, but it's also really important to making the highs last longer, because a lot of times what happens is when we reach our kind of like upper limit of our comfort zone and we start getting more than we think we deserve, that's when we can kind of self-sabotage and start sending ourselves back down into a pit. So it's very important to remember, first and foremost, how worthy you are of the things that you want, and you are worthy of them. So the second step is really about embracing everything that comes up, because when you're staying focused on that goal that you're trying to accomplish, there are going to be times when it feels difficult to focus on that. And usually when that happens, it's because there's some kind of challenging emotion coming up in the way of that. It's because there's something in your physical experience that's feeling very frustrating, agitating. Maybe you feel angry. Maybe you feel, ashamed or whatever. You feel something. Embrace that. Embrace it fully. Be like, I feel super freaking pissed right now, and it's okay. I'm just allowed to feel mad. It doesn't have to be anyone's fault. It doesn't have to mean anything about me or anyone else. It just happens sometimes, and embrace it. Do what you need to do, to embrace it. And if you need some suggestions about what that looks like, let's talk. Let's see what that looks like for you. And the third, this is very important, a very important step to sending yourself into an upswing and especially maintaining that upward trend once you've gotten there. Focus your energy. Make sure you're focusing your energy on that thing that you identified before that you really, really want to work towards. Make sure you're focusing your energy on that and not scattering it all over the place on different creative ideas or different responsibilities that you have for people. I'm not saying to like shirk your responsibilities here, people, but when you start to slow down, don't take more responsibilities on. Don't start adding more stuff into the pile, because sometimes when we cast lines out on that thing that we want, it takes a little while for the things to show up in our life. And if we've already filled up our calendars with other things, other ideas, other responsibilities, and we've spread out our energy all over the place to follow up on different ideas since then, we're going to get mixed results. You're not going to achieve the thing that you're trying to achieve when your energy is diluted like that. So those are 3 steps that you can take to send yourself into an upward trend and stay there once you get there for as long as possible. You want to know how worthy you are. You want to embrace the physical sensations and all of the emotions and all of their glory that come along with this process. And you want to really focus your energy on the things that you're trying to create. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm always happy to connect. Leave a comment below or email me info@briannamcnerney.com, and hopefully I will talk to you soon. I hope that you enjoyed this Tuesday tip, and I will see you next week. Take care.